Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am going to be sharing with you guys what I call my self-love Sunday. So for those of you who know me, you know that I don't get a lot of free time, and really Sundays are my only days off. So of course I have some Sundays that I want to go out, go to the beach, go to the pool, do some things with friends. But then there are also those other Sundays that I just want to stay home, chill, and pamper myself. And that is what I'm going to show you guys what I do on my self-love Sundays. Alright, so the first thing that I do is I do a hair mask. I do this first because I like to leave it on for about an hour or two, as long as I possibly can. So the one that I have been using is the Maui Moisture. I believe I got this from like Walgreens for like 8 to 10 bucks. So not expensive, but it is a smooth and repair hair butter for frizzy and unruly hair in vanilla bean. So you can put this in your hair dry or wet. I use about the size of the palm of my hand and run it through my hair, concentrating kind of on the ends of my hair and then working up to the root. I then take a comb and kind of brush it through so I make sure it's evenly distributed. I then like to grab a clip and kind of clip my hair up so that it is out of my way as I'm going about my day. I think what I like most about this product is it doesn't make my hair feel greasy afterwards. I can wash it out and it doesn't take multiple shampoos to get it out. It just feels really sleek afterwards, plus the smell is unmatched. Next thing that I do is a face mask. I have several different ones for different reasons and different skin concerns, but I would say the one that I use the most is going to be a detox mask. I like to use this one. It is a Aztec Indian healing clay. You mix this with equal parts apple cider vinegar. This is just from, I think, Whole Foods. So I am mixing equal parts of the Aztec clay with apple cider vinegar. I just put it in a small mixing bowl, mix it all up, and then apply it all over my face. It really just pulls all the ick out of your skin. Also, when you're mixing it with apple cider vinegar is really, really good for the skin, because if you have any active acne or blemishes, it's going to help to heal and kind of soothe those at the same time. So the next thing that I do is I throw on some teeth whitening strips. I just use the Crest 3D White. It says Glamorous White, not sure if that makes a difference. I really like these. I've been using them for a while. So the reason that I do it once a week as opposed to what the actual directions say of doing it like 4 or 5 consecutive days in a row is I have really sensitive teeth, and I was finding that when I was doing that, it was making my teeth really, really sensitive, and then I was like sensitive to hot and cold, and it just wasn't enjoyable. So I found that if I do it once a week, I can still maintain that level of white that I like my teeth at without it being uncomfortable for me. So at this point, I have my hair mask, my face mask, my teeth whitening strips, and I clean my house from head to toe. I do all of my laundry, and I just make sure that everything is done so that when I go to bed on Sunday night, there is no laundry, there is no dishes, there is no mess, because I've found that by doing this, it is just helping me start my week out on a positive note, or like on the right foot. And it just makes my week a lot less stressful at the start. So before I jump in the shower to wash all of this off, I have recently started dry brushing. I only heard about this, I want to say within like the last 6 months or so, but it is amazing. If you don't know, what you do is before you would take a shower, you literally just take the bristle end and you massage it all over the skin, really concentrating on areas that are like your problem areas. If you have cellulite or dimpling on the skin, you really want to make sure to do it there. The point of this is not only for exfoliation, but it helps like with blood flow and circulation. So it's going to help with, you know, stretch marks, cellulite, just like the skin elasticity, as well as then doing, you know, exfoliating the skin. That's why you do it before you get in the shower, so that you can then slough off the rest of the dead skin once you're in the shower. I would start by doing this once a week because it definitely takes some getting used to. It is rough on the skin, and at first you're gonna be like, ow, that hurts. But I've now worked my way up to doing it like 2 to 3 times a week. And I'm not as sensitive. Your skin definitely builds up like a tolerance to it. So the next thing that I do is I exfoliate my skin in the shower. This is super important as another thing that I try and do at least once a week, but sometimes more like 2 times a week. What I use for that is the Bean Body Coffee Scrub. This one has coconut oil, vitamin E, and sea salt, and also has a coconut scent to it. So I really enjoy that. What you do is you make sure your body is wet. You put a decent sized handful in the palm of your hand, rub it all together, and rub from neck down to your feet, exfoliating the body. You then leave it sit for about 5 minutes and then rinse it off. The benefit of using a coffee bean exfoliator is, one, it really does exfoliate the skin very well, but it also has caffeine in it, so it helps to tighten the skin. So any of the areas, again, where you have cellulite, stretch marks, any of that kind of stuff, this definitely helps with those problems. Plus, I'm telling you, especially this stuff, my skin is like butter when I come out. It is just so silky soft, and I love that. So then out of the shower, the next thing that I will do is I will do the Biore nose strips. Now, I feel like these things get a bad rap, and a lot of people are like, they suck, they don't work. For me, they really, really work. I have used them for years, and I don't know if it's because I pair it and do it right after I do the mask in a hot shower, so my pores are really open, but if it wasn't so gross, I would show you like what is on the strips when I am finished, because I get some serious guck out of my nose. I get the ones that are for nose and face, which the lady has it on her forehead, but I always put it on my chin because I just feel like I get blackheads kind of build up in this area. So yeah, you put this on leave it for like 10-15 minutes and then peel it off. Wait till you see what comes out. So the next part of my system either goes one of 2 ways. I will either then self-tan at home, or I will do like a super duper hydration on my skin. I'm gonna show you today what I do for like super hydrating my skin, because I feel like I'm going to need to do an entire separate video on how to self-tan at home, because I have so many tips and tricks that can really make it look so good that it just needs a whole video in its own. So I then, right out of the shower, make sure to moisturize my skin. Again, this is not something that you should be doing once a week. You should definitely be doing this more like either every time you get out of the shower, or at least 2 to 3 times a week. But if you need to start with your self-love Sundays, start somewhere. So my 2 favorite products are both by Palmer's Cocoa Butter. So the first one that I use is a coconut oil body oil, and then I just use pure Palmer's Cocoa Butter. I have always used this. I grew up using this because my mom used this. She would use this when she was pregnant with my brother on her belly and stuff like that, and I just feel like it is the best. I usually mix both together and just kind of slather it on from the neck down, and then sleep in it. And when I get up in the morning, my skin is still even like buttery at that point, and I just feel like it really soaks in and gives my skin that extra hydration that I really need. Another thing that I have started doing and I've become obsessed with doing is once I've finished doing my entire body, I will take just the cocoa butter and I will slather my feet, my heels, my toes, the ball of my foot. I will slather it in the cocoa butter, and then I take a pair of fuzzy, thick socks and I put them on, and I go the rest of the night with them in, like, it's like a foot mask basically. I would say if you're somebody that can sleep in socks, sleep in it, it'll be even better. I personally cannot. It's just one of my things. I cannot sleep in socks. My toes have to be free. So I will leave these on until it's time for bed and then I take them off. But still, it has helped my feet so much. They just feel so much softer. And yeah, we get pedicures and things like that, but you know, in between pedicures, we're walking on bare floors and we're outside and all of those things, and you just never want to be like, hey babe, rub my feet, and they are just dry and cracked, and he's like, oh no girl, no. So this is a huge tip that I have found, and I love it. So yeah, at this point, then I will usually blow out my hair so that it is done for the next day. I grab some sushi because I love doing sushi Sunday, and then my house is clean, my life is organized, so I can literally just put on a movie or a TV show and curl up on the couch with this guy and enjoy the rest of my night and start the rest of my week in a really good mindset. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you try out some of these self-love Sundays. It is really important that you take care of yourself. Life is busy, life is crazy. I'm somebody that knows that firsthand, and I feel like a lot of the times I let my mental health and kind of like my physical health sometimes just slip through the cracks, but be sure not to do that. Find 5 minutes, 10 minutes for yourself and take it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you next week.